Hello, I am Josie Pretner, and I am doing a presentation regarding the Notebook by Nicholas Sparks for Rasmussen College. Let's see, so we'll go ahead and get started. I will tell you about the plot of the story. The first and last chapters of the novel are narrated by Noah, who is now 80 years old and living in a nursing home with Allie, who is sickened with Alzheimer's disease. He's reading of the Notebook to Allie in hopes of restoring her memories of Allie's and Noah's love story. The way their love overcomes even disease is resolved in the final chapter. It's very beautiful. So now I'll go over the characters. We have Noah. He's the most engaged character who is striving for success no matter the cost. He's a blue-collared worker. He comes in a background of poor, but he'll do anything to overcome that. So now we have Allie. Allie is a young woman. She comes from a background of wealth. Her family. She spends the wonderful summer with him. And let's see. She was engaged too long, and she was trying on her wedding dress and found a newspaper article regarding Noah's house that he restored. And when she sees the article, she collapsed and goes and visits him. So yeah, it's a very good movie. Then we have Lon, who was Allie's fiance at the time. He's very wealthy, decent man. He went to school to become a lawyer, so he's pretty busy in his career life. And Allie, once she found out about the house, she wanted to go back and visit Noah, but Lon did not know that, but was okay with her going back there. Let's see. So the culture. First, I want to discuss the culture of the movie, The Notebook. Again, the backdrop of the movie, the sun set over the lake, grasping our hearts and never letting go. It's a love story about Allie and Noah. So it begins in the summer of the 1930s in North Carolina. Poor country boy, which would be Noah. Rich city girl, which would be Allie. Is instantly attracted. Of course, the two are inseparable. Spend every waking moment together. He shows her good old country style fun. But then when Noah was invited over to her house for a garden party, that was a little bit awkward for the culture there. Just because he came back, he was in his background was poor, and going to the fancy garden party, it was kind of out of his element, and the mother was not so welcoming. So we have listening. Sorry about that. My computer's about to die, but I am nothing special, of this I am sure. I am a common man with common thoughts, and I lead a common life. But I've loved another with all my heart and soul, and to me this has always been enough. So in the listening, I just kind of wrote down kind of the background and knowledge of what I was listening, and the different backgrounds. So if you want to go ahead and read over that. The Notebook was written about a forbidden love from the South in the 1940s. The main characters, Noah, Allie, from two different backgrounds. So that's kind of just what I was listening to the background and knowledge of. Next, we have verbal. There are two kinds of communication, the nonverbal, and then I did verbal, but like the eye contact throughout the movie, there was a lot of eye contact, and then the interest and affection, just the connection that they both had and shared towards one another was just so deep and so true. The visual, the touch, the caring, the sexual interest, the aggression, the first time, the canoe scene. I mean, all of this was nonverbal scenes. The verbal, I mean, there was dysfunctional communications, fights. So that kind of goes over the verbal and nonverbal scenes. Let's see. So now we'll talk and discuss about the interpersonal relationship. Throughout the film, there were several negative behaviors and interpersonal communications within the context of the relationship. This explores relationship, emphasizing on the affection and understanding, attraction, and the power of the relationship. The focus of this paper is the interpersonal conflict with Noah, Allie, and her mother, Annie. So Allie's mother, Annie, did not want Allie to be with Noah because of his background and what he brought to the table. She did not approve of. Allie's mother, Annie, wanted nothing but the best for her daughter and didn't want a blue-collar worker. I know that Allie was going to college, and Allie's mother, Annie, wanted Allie to marry into money. And so throughout the movie, you can see Annie giving Noah and Allie a hard time about their relationship. And okay, next we'll go into the conflict. So the conflict, the Notebook. The main conflict is Allie having to decide if the love and passion she had for Noah as a teen was still there, and if it was still stronger than the love she had for her fiancé Lon. So once Allie read the newspaper article and went back to the town to see Noah, I mean, it was instant spark that she still had for Noah. It was hard because she was engaged, but she remembered having the memories and the passion that she had for Noah, because Noah took in the time to get to know Allie, and not only that, but loved who Allie was as a person, and wanted Allie to do what was best for her and not what anybody else thought. Noah always wanted Allie to do what she wanted to do, and I liked that about that part in the movie. And so, let's see, what else? Next, we have pretty much the ending of my slide, saying that nothing can achieve without communication. Communication between people is virtually important in everything you do. Nothing can be more effective in communicating your thoughts as a clear and concise manner of speaking, making your sentences as short as possible and clear. Sometimes you learn how to talk, but you don't know how to have a conversation. This class was very useful to me and beneficial for my life. I believe my professor was very communicative, always made it clear we could contact him if we needed help, always listening to the students' opinions. Partially important with this strategy, whenever you teach, you need to be able to effectively pass your message, and Professor Steve really did that. I really appreciated having you as my professor or teacher. So I really appreciate it. And then I know I have about 2 more minutes left. So, and then here is my resources that was required. But the ending of the story is that Allie remembered. Allie remembered that the book that Duke was reading, which was Noah was reading, she finally remembered at the end of the movie. And they both, Allie went to sleep in the bed in the nursing home, and Allie went to bed, and then Noah came in, laid beside her, holding hands. The nurse's aide came in that morning, and they both passed away peacefully together. That was my breaking point. I cried, I bawled. I work in the health field, and I am a CNA, and so that one just touched my heart very closely, because I work with them every single day. I work with Alzheimer's and dementia, and I actually work for a company in Chicago. It's based out of Chicago, Pathway to Living, and so I work in an assisted living and memory care in Minnesota. So yeah, I mean, I just have a passion for it, and this movie I love and will always love. It's my #1 movie. So I hope you enjoyed my presentation, and I will talk to you later. Thank you. Bye.